Hear me now?
Yeah.
Um, what a beautiful day it is outside here. I'm sure it is there too as well. We're in the 60s here, and the weather is just really balmy. It's not real windy, so it's really nice, and the snow is slowly melting away. So we're enjoying this. I was going through my files for my dad. I'm not sure if you remember or not, but my father was a United Methodist minister living in Nebraska. And I inherited a lot of his files and his stories and things of this nature, which he and I love stories. But I found this one story I think you might get a kick out of that's really, but insightful too for Lent. It all came about a farmer and a mule. So the title of this talk is called Life Lessons from a Mule. Um, and this farmer had this old mule. And one day the mule went to the farmer's well. And the farmer heard the mule braying down the bottom of this dark well. He couldn't see him, but he was down there in the darkness and didn't know how to get the mule out. So he tried every way he could to get that mule out of the well. He tried to build things, he tried to put ropes down it, but he couldn't see the mule. It was in the darkness down there. So after long time of trying to get this mule out, finally it just got so quiet down there that he figured the mule had died. So he lost the mule. Well, the farmer said, well, the well's not really a good well anyway, so I'll just use the well as a place to bury my mule. So he started shoveling dirt inside of the well to bury up the mule. Well, the mule was alive. He was at the bottom of the well in darkness, looking up to the light, waiting for someone to save him. And so the mule kept looking up and not hearing anything, thought that maybe there's no one there. All of a sudden, as he was getting hysterical, sitting there in the bottom of that well, big clods of dirt started falling down on top of the mule as the farmer was shoveling dirt into the well. Well, this scared the mule, and a thought struck him that maybe that every time that the dirt came down, it would kill him. So instead of just sitting there, the mule decided as the dirt hit his back that he would shake it off and step up. And this he did. Blow after blow of the dirt falling on his back, he would shake it off and step up. Shake it off and step up. Shake it off and step up. He repeated to encourage himself that he could get out of this if he just shake it off and step up. So no matter how painful the blows, how distressing the situation seemed, the old mule fought panic and just kept right on shaking it off and stepping up. Well, it wasn't long before an old mule, battered and exhausted, stepped triumphantly over the wall of the well to the surprise of the farmer. What seemed like it would bury him actually helped him, all because of the manner in which he handled his adversity and his challenge. Well, I guess the lesson is kind of obvious to all of us here and very pertinent to our lives. Shaking it off and stepping up. I also think that I just can't sit around and wait for someone to rescue me all the time. I can't just yell at God and pray during this time of Lent and during my prayer time of saying, God, get me out of this situation or get me out of this situation. But I've got to do my own part. He already has given me resources in my life. I have experiences where I have shaken it off and stepped it up many times in my life, and you have too, in which you have persevered, that you have been faithful, that you have had spirit of encouragement from friends and from family. And so you just kept on shaking it off and stepping up in a situation. We've all been in wells of different kind of names. It could have been a financial well of distress. It could have been a spiritual well of hopelessness. It could have been an emotional well of frustration, anger, revenge. It could be a physical well in which we are going through, many of us right now, with the COVID, and things we're challenging our bodies with. We've asked God to deliver us from this problem. And what God has done is not necessarily just bail us out with a lottery ticket or with all of a sudden a miracle in our faces where all of a sudden we felt no pain or our financial problems were gone. What he did was remind us during this time that we have been warriors that have been faithful, and God has been faithful to us and has given us these experiences which he has helped us through by giving us encouragement and giving us the understanding that all we do is shake it off and step up and get out of this well one more time. The well that we're in sometimes is very dark and very confining. The light above is where freedom is and light is. As long as we see the light, which is God shining in our lives, we will know where to go and to celebrate that we have the faith and the strength to get there. So I look in my life and I see my resources, including other challenges, and decide that from now on, no matter what, I will never give up. I will shake it off and I will step up and I will ride my Father's horns. Amen. Have a great day.